Day 46. I just climbed out of the place I stayed last night. I want to say the name, but I can't right now. Too tired. Had a great night's stay. Poured cats and dogs, but I was in a cabin last night. Felt great. Yesterday, got in there. It was amazing. And very happy to have a plank of wood to sleep on. That's what the bunk beds were, just plywood. And threw my inflatable on it, and it was a great match. So just did the climb out, which was about 500 feet over a quarter of a mile, which was like 2 foot, 2.5 foot steps each one, which was difficult. But now I get to cruise into Harper's Ferry, which is awesome. That was my minimum goal on this adventure. I would have to say, last night, the people that I've been in contact with the most, which is Pit Stop and his daughter and Late Start, they're all getting off trail. And then another guy came up from Valparaiso, and he's getting off trail. And they were all talking about how 4 months of this, they didn't see the pull and all that. And they started getting me to second guess myself. And I don't know, I need to get into Harper's Ferry and recalibrate, because it was kind of frustrating that they were all talking about getting off the trail and the excitement of getting off the trail. So yeah, it was a little bit hard on the mind there for a little while. So we'll get into Harper's Ferry, and depending on certain things, I might take another zero just to recalibrate. I don't want to go into it with a bad attitude the next piece. However, before they started talking, my intentions were to take on the next segment, which is West Virginia, Maryland, and Pennsylvania. So need to do a little recalibration and get my head on straight. You know, the trail is hard physically. It's very hard more mentally, and your feet are hurting, and the rain's coming in. There's a thunderstorm I have to walk through today, and so there's a lot of things playing on your mental aptitude, and you learn so much about yourself. And up to this point, what I've learned is I can do more than I ever anticipated, and I don't know, I still think I have a lot to learn. So that's this morning. The other thing is, the house was built in 1911 and was a doctor, and he worked, and I don't know where he worked, but he would come to this house by train, and his servants would come out by carriage, pick him up and bring him to this house. Well, the servants would stay in the bunkhouse that we stayed in. And I had to almost laugh last night, because the Potomac Trail Club was having a get-together in the house, okay? And they had this gourmet meal, drinking wine and everything. And we sat outside eating our dinners. They didn't invite us in. And it just gave me a flavor of what folks went through when you had these, and I'm just going to say it, white rich people eating, enjoying themselves, not offering anything, okay? And the caretaker came out and said, if there's any scraps, you guys can have the scraps. And I was just wow, you know, and we stayed up until like 9 o'clock waiting for these scraps that never came. And so that left there's that difference between society still there, and I'm very thankful last night I was on the receiving end of that, sitting out there. My dinner was peanut butter and jelly on a tortilla, and it just really made me appreciate. We had no electricity, they had electricity. No water, they had water. I mean, we had to go to the privy. We couldn't use the bathroom in the house. And it just made me, it still goes on. It's just a different, you know, I think people in there, I really felt like they thought we were hiker trash. And yeah, it was just, you know, you can look at that as a negative, but I also looked at it as a positive that I got to experience being on the receiving end of those things. It reminded me a little bit when I was a kid growing up in poverty, but this was more, I have a lot more knowledge now, and so I can put it in perspective. So anyway, that's my thoughts this morning. It was an experience that I won't forget, just sitting there. And I told the folks at the table, I said, you know, here we're eating, we were eating Knorrs out of the rice bags, and here they were drinking wine and barbecuing out, and didn't offer a damn thing to us. And there was only like 6 of us. So anyway, that's my thoughts. I should be thankful that they gave us a place to stay. So that's really where my head should be. So I have 10 miles to walk out those thoughts, and that's what I'll do. All right, we'll see you later. Thought I'd let you guys walk with me on one of these days after a rain at night. A lot of humidity in the air. So why don't you come with me? We'll do a couple minutes here. It's easy walking. Trail's really nice. Drained really well last night. It's not muddy, which is really nice. And I anticipate I'll get a little bit drenched today. Well, one of the beauties of being out here is being awakened by all the birds. And this morning, for the first time on the trail, I heard a mourning dove. And I haven't heard a mourning dove since Florida. And there's a sense of growing up in Florida, hearing the mourning doves and how important they were to my mom. She used to feed them all the time. She'd have a lot of them there. It was really, really peaceful. And I just listened to them coo. And I don't know if that's a very rare thing or I don't know. But it was just very enjoyable. In addition, we had 2 deer last night eating really close to us. And I'm growing accustomed to having deer close. As you get further out in the wilderness, if they're hunted, they run like hell. But if they're not hunted, they keep on grazing, which is kind of nice. And of course, when you're at campgrounds where they're run by the state or a program that doesn't allow hunting, they're around a lot. So yeah, I've grown accustomed to the noise they make when they chew, and it's pretty cool. And I also had learned, and this makes sense, in the privies, as everything breaks down, you get rich, fertile soil, and that fertile soil washes down the mountainside. And in that area is some of the best greenery you ever would know. So now I'm used to it, but when you come up to a remote privy, chances are there's going to be some deer behind it, and when you scare them and they scare you, it's a hoedown. And so they carry a lot of weight. When they hit the ground, when they're moving, you can hear them. So that's pretty cool. Oh, this is long. Last thing is 2 nights ago when the Cub Scouts came in, I don't know if I told you, but a huge, gigantic tree fell fairly close to me. And if I didn't live at the lake, I would have thought I would have shot out of a cannon. So I've heard it at the lake, but it just scared all those Cubs or Boy Scouts. And rightfully so. It was probably 30 to 40 feet away from us, 70 foot tall. It went kaboom, a different kind of kaboom, huh? So, all right, I hope you enjoyed the walk here as we go. As again, I'm not anticipating anything hard today. I was surprised just a minute ago. Did that big climb out. Then I had a little just bunny hop, and darn if I'm not tired. Getting some town food is usually what does the trick for me, is getting some nutrients in me. And so I'm anticipating today will be a little bit harder on the little bunny hops, but I'm so thankful Jen and Chris got me to a point in the I was gonna call it the stairway to heaven, but the roller coaster, that really helped. All right, this is long, but hope you enjoy. We'll see you. I'm crossing an interstate or a road. It says welcome to West Virginia. West Virginia is in the background there. And then I come, then I come this way. It says welcome to Virginia. And there's the trail. So I'm running right on the line. All right, gotta go. Kaboom! Beautiful, going to West Virginia and going down to Virginia. Look at that right away, all is life, as you can see, as your eye can see. Nice right away. Here's another wooden structure, steel structure. Boom! Loving it. Loving it, loving it. Well, I'm almost there. I'm entering the Harper's Ferry National Park. Hopefully, there's less rocks, because this has been a rock haven. So, it's making good time. And then I just hit a quarry and just loaded up rocks and just threw them all in my way. So, it really slowed me down. So, we're probably about 4 miles still out, and really will be happy when I arrive. So yeah, it's a good day. It's a great day. Not many people out on the trail. Labor Day is today, and so probably everyone's winding up their holiday weekend. So yeah, it's marvelous. You know, while I'm walking by these, a lot of these rocks look like marble. See? And if I was a betting man, I bet they are. I don't know what other color white is out there in Rock Haven, but that's what they remind me of, is marble. So a lot of them since we hit the West Virginia area. So anyway, beautiful trail, wide, not much runoff, not much muck. I'm gonna like this. All right, we'll see you. Let's show you. We're in Fern Haven. A little bit of this has just been ferns. So there they are, ferns. There have been parts of it that are ferns. Yeah. Well, I surprised this black snake. Let's see if he'll let me go by. I think he will. Hey, little black snake. You gonna let me go by? You gonna let me go by? Huh? Thank you. Well, I'm 4.5 hours in my walk today. And I'm crossing Shenandoah River. A little bit over a mile left of the walk to Harper's Ferry. On a busy road, you can tell. We're going to get a gorgeous view of Shenandoah in a minute. And, yeah, I'm glad they got this walkway for us. There's distant thundering in the background, so I may have beat the rain, but look at this. Oh my gosh. Man, you gotta be kidding me. Kaboom! Even over all these cars. Kaboom! Man, what a sight. Oh my word. All right. I'm not letting you see it, but here, I gotta let you see this. This is just phenomenal. Phenomenal. We start down there. And then you just go. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That is just beautiful little rapids. Oh. Well worth it, guys. Well worth it. Man. Harper's Ferry. And there's a building. There's a building. There's a blue blaze on these buildings. So I'm following that. See if I can find the headquarters. The ATC headquarters. So just walking very slowly. Oh, I only have one speed right now. It's raining, so might have to put the phone away in a minute. But let's see how these blue blazes work. Papa Bear told me they had poor markings, so we're gonna see if I just pay attention will it get me there. So there's another blue blaze on that tree right there. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the red brick road. Follow the red brick road with blue paintings. Oh, what a day. Oh. You know, every time you think you're gonna have an easy day, it just comes up and whacks you. So, very historic town. Anxious to see what I learn about it. Now, this is fun because on the pole, got 2 marks. The power pole, we'll get there. And the 2 marks, you know, it tells you you're going a direction, left or right. So I'm gonna look on this side of the pole and see if it's, yep, there's those. So, and then there's one, so I'm gonna follow this one right there. And park maintenance, Harper's Ferry Training Center. And I'm just walking. And thank you. Guy was waiting for me, I think. Oh boy. Okay, so I'm still walking. I'm a walking man, a walking. And I'm a talking and a walking, talking man. I'm glad it's downhill. Whale AT Visitor Center parking lot. I bet this building right here is the AT. We'll see. This is the parking lot right here on the right. Oh, they're open. It's Memorial Day, so it could be close. So the parking is, 2 cars are there, so maybe it's open. I'm gonna go there. I'm just gonna go there. See if back. That was the staff entrance. Don't they know? They just made me walk 20 feet uphill to find out it's the park staff entrance only. Oh well, but this building on the right here is the ATC building, and we'll come around the front. I should be on those gravels, but I don't want to take any more steps down. I had enough down steps. Looks like I gotta find a place to stay. That'll be my next thing here in town. So yeah, and then I gotta find a place to eat. So hopefully they're open. We'll know in a second. Yes, they are. Let's see.